start talking about Williams.
Okay.
So, yeah, Williams is a very impactful player. So do you think that the Denver Broncos would miss Simmons and Jackson with those two?
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because those two, even the angles that Malik Hooker was doing when he tackled the running back, and then I have many more video of that. Just the way that they tackle is just a lot better than a
technique.
Yes,
technique. Yes, their
instincts are just out of this. Their instincts are top-notch instincts of know how to locate the football and know when to go after that, because Justin Simmons on a consistent basis, every time I watch him, is out of position. His instincts isn't on point to the capability of certain play packages that they run against Justin Simmons. And I don't think people are feared of Justin Simmons. Honestly, if they were so feared of Justin Simmons, they would never, ever look to go towards the side of the field he's on. But every time I watch Kansas City or the top-notch teams, they're not afraid of Justin Simmons.
Well, we saw that over the top where Bosby got burned, but there was no help. He got no help, and we've seen that. We've seen that pattern with Simmons.
Absolutely.
And it was right there for everybody. Oh, that's not fair. Well, it is fair because that's what we saw all season. So that's why he's not getting. I mean, if you want to know why he's not getting the money, there you go. Now, you had told me a little change of gears here. You had told me you saw other things in that defensive series. You're talking about the front line that was totally unimpactful.
Yeah, it was
consistent.
It was Josh Allen being able to step up in the pocket and make those throws. Like, if you have a good offensive line, you're going to make those throws. Okay, I don't care who you are. If you're that stupid and cracked up in the head, I can't help you. Josh Allen was he was reading a book back there. I mean, did you see any pressure? I'll ask you. I didn't see any pressure.
No.
Don't get Sheldon Rankins. Don't get Sheldon Rankins, the guy that I want.
Well, no, yes, they yes, because they're cheerleading the 5 and 11 culture. These are the same people that brought us where we are today. Cheerlead us all the way here.
Yep.
And now they think that now they want Deshaun Watson. Now that's the latest thing.
It's not going to happen.
Well, again, like I said, I keep putting this out there. This is a team that doesn't have an owner. I think this would be a great place for Deshaun Watson to put his 2 years in, make some money, play some football, and then hit the market as a totally free. Oh, but we'll have him under contract. Well, isn't that what the Texans said? Isn't that what the Texans said? And yep. This is the thing. He can easily say, hey, I didn't sign up with this new ownership. I didn't agree to be a part of this new ownership. So he could say, I'm sitting out again until I can go out, and he won't have that big of most of his contract will be chewed up. It'll be easy. He's basically will damn near be a free agent. I mean, unrestricted, almost a damn near unrestricted free agent by that time.
Can I ask you this? I've been hearing a lot from the STR platforms that if we bring in Deshaun Watson, that other players he'll attract other players to come to Denver. You really think that's the case with no ownership, huh? Orlando Franklin, you really think that's the case, buddy?
Well, let me ask this question.
Okay.
Why didn't he attract players when he was in Houston? And I know the argument is going to be, well, they're Houston. Yeah, but we're a clown show too. Okay, we're a clown show too.
They had Bill O'Brien. Well, we had Vance Joseph, who was a yes man, and now he got J.J. Watt in Arizona. Why can't we get those players in Denver? That's funny too. That's another point. I see Vance Joseph getting all these players in Arizona out of all the places. Yeah, when he was in Denver, they couldn't attract anybody. Oh, who do you think that was? It was John Elway. That stuff's a lot of people's theories.
Yeah, Jordan Phillips, right? He went there.
Yeah, J.J. Watt, Isaiah Simmons, Jordan Hicks.
I know.
Oh, no, but you're wrong. You're the worst.
Yeah, because we're tearing down their Kool-Aid world. We're trying.
Vance Joseph is having success in Arizona out of all the places.
Well,
Yeah, he couldn't have success in Denver.
My point is, how come these players all have success once they leave here? You can't blame Fangio because Fangio was successful. And I've asked people this. I understand the special teams is garbage. I get that. But how come
player personnel?
Yeah, how come the coach, exactly, how come the coach was successful everywhere else? He was successful.
He was successful in Indianapolis.
Yes, so you're trying to tell me our scouting department is top notch, really? But I was listening to that press conference with George Paton. I would have done anything to been on that because this is what I would have asked him. I would have asked him to grade the scouting department. I said, what is it that handicaps a scouting department? Maybe some of that's John Elway because he keeps going through offensive coordinators. I would ask him, do you need to have a system down? And coaches that know player personnel and know how to recognize player personnel from both the free agency and in the draft, isn't that not what makes a successful scouting department? I couldn't have them say, well, how crappy our scouting department is.
Oh, it's awful.
Been handicapped in some ways.
Can I ask you?
No identity.
Yeah. Okay. Can I ask you this? You know what? I love Vic Fangio, and I was high on the move when he was hired as a coach. He's a defensive coordinator as a coach, okay? We all know this. But, man, if you took Vic Fangio off this team would be worse than 5-11. I can tell you that right now. It would be worse than Vic Fangio. I honestly believe that Vic Fangio is going to be here past next year because I believe that one of the selling points of George Paton was Vic Fangio. I think this is my theory. This is my theory, in my opinion. I think that Fangio is happy that John Elway isn't doing this to him. I think that he's happy that he's familiar with a guy from Minnesota, a guy named George Paton, who's been waiting for so long to get this opportunity. And the one thing I like about George Paton is he doesn't spill the beans unlike John Elway. He'd go to Woody Page or Adam Schefter and tell him what he was going to do even before. I like that, and that's freaking out STR. They were visiting the guy that this guy wants right here named Zaya Collins or whatever, the linebacker from Tulsa, will be an excellent fit in the Vic Fangio defense. Excellent fit. You think that Vic Fangio defense is all about corners? Did you watch him in Chicago? Did you watch him in San Francisco? Did you watch him in New Orleans in the Dome Patrol? Did you watch that? Or are you that stupid?
No. They everything is this. This is the way it is. Okay, just totally myopic and tunnel vision with these people. They can't expand.
Could you imagine if Vic Fangio wasn't on this team?
Well, imagine if he had played.
For all the hate that people give him about his time management, for all the hate that people give Vic Fangio, but dude, you know what? I'd rather have a Vic Fangio who, dude, okay, it's not a coincidence that all these teams are trying to steal from the Vic Fangio defense, okay? The Chargers just hired Brandon Staley. The only reason he had success in LA is a guy named Aaron Donald. Not because of Jalen Ramsey, because of Aaron Donald. Look what happened.
Whoa. Aaron Donald, he's not on the outside. Aaron Donald's on the inside. You've got it all wrong. Aaron Donald.
Okay, yeah, I got it all wrong, but yet in the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute. It was like Talib is what made Aaron Donald, not the other way around.
Did you watch the quotes from Talib when he was saying that Malik Jackson and freaking Derek Wolfe and Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, all four of them made it better for us?
I know.
These guys are idiots.
I know, because they just talk to each other. That's all they do. And they believe.
Quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. The outside in.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's the case. If that was the case, then wouldn't have Kansas City won the Super Bowl? Because all their defense is the outside in. That's how they have the honey badger back there. Why didn't he make that a big of an impact? if you're so concerned about the outside looking in, you idiot crackhead fans, then you need to take another look. Okay? How you build a defense is from the inside out. It's been consistently proven again and again from the playoffs onward and through the season.
Well, you look at the Ravens, look at the Steelers. I mean, look at these great defenses.
Even the Raiders.
Denver Broncos, Super Bowl 50. It was definitely and that's exactly like you said. That's what Talib said. That comes from the horse's mouth. That's what he said. He said they're the gear that makes it all go, the engine that makes it drive.
And just to make this engine drive a little bit further, when Jacksonville was in their prime with the defense, they had a guy named Malik Jackson and Calais Campbell in the middle of the defense. You guys don't remember that. All you cared about was A.J. Boye and Jalen Ramsey. It was all that front seven with Yannick Ngakoue, Dante Fowler, Malik, and Calais Campbell. People don't even remember that.
Yeah, well, because of my age, that's Al Davis thinking. That's old school Al Davis thinking. Okay? So, I've been down that road.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. As much as I hate the Raiders, I'll always hate the Raiders. I despise the Raiders. But at least they have a solid offensive line, unlike us. At least they got their act together.
Well, we think we have a solid offensive line. I listened to...
no, we don't.
Well,
no, we don't. You had to put all your resources to a guy who needed baby treatment in Garrett Bowles.
He's an all-pro. We all that one guy. But
Justin Simmons, second team all-pro. Justin Simmons, second team, not first team. You really think that outside? Okay, you really okay. Now that we're a GM-centric channel, you think that other GMs view Justin Simmons as a top 5 safety? Then why wasn't he a first team all-pro?
Well, they don't want to mention that part. That's the part they don't want to mention. They'll say all-pro, but they won't mention it wasn't first team. But to get back to the offensive line, D-Mac, the Village Idiot, has a offensive line partner on Sports Talk Radio.
He's brainwashed?
Yeah, well, he was actually telling it like it was. He was going down the line. Reiser, he said, yeah, average. He said, Cushenberry, just, And then he goes to Glasgow and says, oh, definitely overpaid. Average and way, way overpaid. Wonder why.
Oh.
And then Hot Tub Time Machine.
Where is he?
Oh, yeah. They said, I still got to put the video together where we see Watkins, right, getting his ass handed to him.
By Solomon Thomas, another guy.
That was 2019.
So?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's still the same guy.
He still whooped Elijah Wilkinson's ass.
Well, I showed video throughout the season of that same him getting schooled the same way by other defenders. And oh
my God.
Now
Draymond Jones, man. Woo! Draymond Jones. 7 sacks. They were all covered sacks. And mostly sacks that were coming from Malik Reed and Bradley Chubb because I can't.
Yeah, they do need that Malik Jackson replacement. But I'll say this, me and you were in conversation about the draft. We haven't addressed it because we're trying to think about this free agency. Yeah. And that that's how you play your draft. For me, Collins, like we were talking about, absolutely Paton is talking to Collins because Collins, when we watched the Super Bowl, their linebackers were taking out Kelsey and both Hill before the secondary. They got to the secondary. They were taking them out.
So taking away the first read of Mahomes.
They were taking out Mahomes' first read, which that was done at the linebacker level. It is.
You know what? Hey, you know what? I have film on that. I'm going to go back and watch the film on that, and I'm going to send it to you. I have the all 22 film on this. I have the film on that Super Bowl, and I'll send it to you, and then you can put it. I'm tired of hearing this bullshit.
And then you'll give me the soundtrack. I'll put it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sick of the Cody Rourke nonsense. That's
This whole outside in bullshit.
Yeah, it's just stupidity.
We're gonna bury this bullshit.
We'll show the film. We always do, show the film.
Get 98 views, but you know what? At least we have the film.
I'm going to report to you.
Yeah. You know what? As much as I love Noah Fant, you know what? I wish we had Devin Bush. Now that, I love Noah Fant. I love his skill set. Don't get me wrong. I watched him at Iowa. I love Noah Fant.
Oh, he definitely he definitely presents a problem to everybody that
absolutely. But would you rather have Devin Bush right now or Noah Fant?
I like them both.
I wish we had them both, but it's not going to happen.
How about this? You get Fant, and we got him. Now we go out and get Collins. Now what I wanted to finish up with was he's my number one draft pick, Collins, because it is so hard to get, and they're so coveted, are coverage linebackers. Collins is a state-of-the-art linebacker in today's NFL.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yep. He's a starship when you compare him to Josie Jewell, which is a covered wagon. Okay, which is a covered wagon.
Can I just say this? If George Paton was hell-bent on saying that he wanted a corner, he would have said it in this press conference. I don't give a shit how early it is, but he said, oh, yeah, we're open to best player any position at 9. I don't think he's going to – honestly, I don't think he's going to take a corner because I honestly think he's going to take a linebacker or D lineman.
Well, according to these mock drafts
they're so important. They're so important.
They rank the cornerback class on like 4th. What happens is you get how it is. You got usually in every position you probably got a couple of standout guys, right?
Yes.
Now the smart teams, the good organizations, and this goes back to scouting, this goes back to your system, this goes back to coaches that know what they're doing. They can take a 4th rounder and turn him into an all-pro, Hall of Fame retiree,
Now, I want to ask you this question, and this just popped up in my head. Do you think the Broncos have a defensive system already in place, unlike the offense?
Well, yeah, because it'd be Fangio's.
So Collins is the choice then. It has to be.
Well, I would like it to be that. I would like
could you imagine? It pissed so many people off. Could you imagine? Okay, you know what?
Yeah, wait
Collins
a minute.
is your Roquan Smith.
Well, hold on a second. It would piss everybody off until if you had your Malik Jackson up front.
Sheldon Rankins.
If you had Sheldon Rankins busting through and Mahomes having to scramble and Collins taking away that first read, then it wouldn't be pissed off. They would be, wow, oh, yeah, we got him, yeah. But they probably wouldn't give him
the credit.
Yeah, they wouldn't give him the credit. But that's where the hate would stop once they actually see that machine in motion.
And also, there's going to be another machine in motion, and they're going to tender Alexander Johnson, I think. And damn, this is something I was worried about. I've been hearing from these STR podcasts that Josie Jewell and Alexander Johnson were serviceable. That's good enough for you?
Yeah,
serviceable. No. So much serviceable.
Okay, let's say it right now. That's not good enough. We will go out on the limb. We don't accept 5 and 11. We do not accept 9 and 7. We do not accept a trip to the playoffs. Just that we're here to get killed, right?
Yeah.
We don't accept that. We want to be the best. Alexander Johnson and Josie Jewell do not make us the best. Period. End of story. We got to strive for the best.
We got to strive from building this team from the ground up again.
Yeah.
That's what we have to strive for before any of the record bull crap that these if we bring in Deshaun Watson, our prayers are answered, we're going to the Super Bowl. Not going to happen. But it's not. Deshaun Watson ain't going to come here. I honestly don't think he's going to come here. I'm just going to bury that theory. He's not coming to Denver.
Well, I want to go back to the linebackers. I know. Oh, there goes all the views. I'm not talking about a quarterback. But I want to talk about the linebackers. Now, I believe that Alexander Johnson and Josie Jewell are fine as bridge linebackers.
Rotational.
Yeah. We'll rotate. Well, bridge quarterbacks or linebackers until we get the stars on the team, the impact players. Do like the New Orleans Saints did, or do like the San Francisco 49ers did, and build and start getting some real difference makers on the team.
There is a difference maker in linebacker, but he's not. I've been starting to look at some tape because there's been other outsiders bringing him up. Is a guy named Eric Wilson for the Vikings. He's a coverage linebacker. He's not very good against the run. But if you want to have that bridge to Collins, I think that would be. I think that. Oh, we have Justin Sternad. Okay. Justin Sternad. Okay, this is where Cody Rourke and I differ. No, I don't. Justin Sternad, I think he could be a good special teams player, but he needs to develop. Okay, you trot him out week 1, he's going to be your Corey Nelson against the Raiders a year ago. We're getting absolutely destroyed. Okay, you need to bring in a guy like an Eric Wilson and Avery Williamson, somebody like that, and then get Collins. That's what you need to do. You should have done that with center last year, but you didn't.
Yes.
Because all you guys were cheerleading, Austin Slotman and Cushenberry going to fight for the center position. That's the quarterback of your offensive line, and you're screwing with that now. Oh, I'm so shocked by STR and the crackhead fans.
Well, there was a set of fans that were upset with Paradis. They got what are you doing?
Yeah, I was one of those. I'm like, what are you doing?
So, but that was typical Elway. That was Elway's usual.
He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to pay his players that proved him wrong. He's not going to. Lindsey, it's going to be the same way. He's going to go to Baltimore or whatever and succeed. You already saw.
They'll throw the ball to him. Jackson will throw the ball to him.
Oh no! Remember, Justin Simmons not Justin Simmons. Philip Lindsay isn't a good pass catcher. Oh, bullshit!
I got film of him.
Did you watch the college film?
I got film of him catching a ball with no problem. But because they say that, they're talking to each other, it's got to be true. It's got to be true. Then you show them the film. Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, 98 views. You stay at your 98 views.
Yeah.
You stay there. Sheldon Rankins, he's trash. Solomon Thomas, he's trash. Malik Hooker, he's trash. Well, the film doesn't lie. Sorry. This is ridiculous, man. We built an NFL defense and an NFL offense is built from the outside in. Then why didn't the 2013 Denver Broncos win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People don't like to bring that up. We got our ass handed to us by a team that I picked winning the Super Bowl in Seattle because I saw that defense was legit.
Yeah.
That they could shut down this offense.
Well, that's
what the first play of the game.
That was brought up in the film that I showed when they were talking about getting a safety that can go seam to seam. So and that's what Seattle did back then.
Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas.
That guy. It was all Cam Chancellor.
Well, isn't Simmons another Earl Thomas? Isn't Simmons another Earl Thomas?
No.
What?
No.
Wait a minute. Everybody inside this bubble said he was.
And no. Everybody said he's a second team all pro line dude. Pro. Second team. Second. That means he's a second team.
You're breaking. You're breaking up again.
Second tier.
He's a second tier. He was a second-tier pro, but he was a Pro Bowl. He won an award for. Oh
man, I take so much away from the Pro Bowl. I'm so impressed. You made it to the Pro Bowl. Philip Lindsay made it his first year and rushed for barely over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me try to think. Is there anything else that we can?
5-11. Why are people so impressed by 5-11?
Because They're the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they're a Cleveland Brown fan. You know what? I don't call them fans.
I just don't
They're
get
the
it.
cancer. They're the cancer in the team. They're the people that.
Told you, I was the first person to bring this up.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What was the first thing you brought up? You were the first person to bring what up?
The Cleveland. I was the first person to say we're the new Cleveland Browns. It's a headline every week. We're a shit show.
Yes. But I'm just saying that a lot of these fans that have cheerled this whole 5-11
part of the problem.
They are. It's if you think about it, it's the mentality at Dove Valley. Until that mentality leaves, and sports talk radio is going to be upset. They're not going to be able to get the cushy, box seats or whatever it is that they got set up now with Elway and the rest of them over there. It's going to be a hate fest for a while when the new ownership comes.
You know what I think it is? It's like you said a few of it, which was an excellent observation, it's laziness. They want to take the easy route. They don't want to take the route that the Colts have done, that the Ravens have done, that the Chiefs have done. The Chiefs didn't just go like that. They were building a team before Patrick Mahomes was coming there.
Well, a long time, yeah.
Yeah, a long time. They want to get this.
And I was looking at this too, and I was thinking this team is going to be good, really good one day because they are really putting some really good players together, much to my chagrin.
Yeah.
But I thought that they were building things right from a core point of view.
Yeah,
and it's just
they took Eric Fisher with their top pick. I'm like, yeah, okay. Eric Fisher isn't a great left tackle, but he doesn't. He ain't Garrett Bowles.
Yes.
They let Donald Stevens go and brought in Mitchell Schwartz. Look how, and then we got Donald. Oh man, we could have had Mitchell Schwartz in free agency, but we chose Donald Stevenson because Mitchell Schwartz wanted a little bit more money. And look how that guy's turned out. That guy's
they want to give that money to Simmons, a non-impact player. And talk about Mitchell Schwartz. Who does he play for?
Kansas City, right tackle.
Oh, well, did you see the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I saw that the offensive line and the defensive line for the Tampa Bay kicked the living shit out of the Kansas City Chiefs offense and defensive line. Well, that's how you win a Super Bowl, baby.
Was Schwartz a part of that offensive line?
No, he was hurt.
That's the point I'm trying to make. But Kansas City was the team that said, you guys are too stupid to pick him up because that goes to our scouting department.
Mental Watson, you remember him?
Yeah.
Don't even get me started with that guy. And then they bring in another Kansas City.
I posted that in the comments section. Don't tell me they didn't have money when they're giving Menelik Watson, and they just gave him the money. I mean, he gave it to him, and he was so bad they had to just let him walk out the building.
And they were still paying him last year.
And don't tell me they didn't have the money. Stop the nonsense, please.
Kansas City didn't have the money when they overpaid for Patrick Mahomes, but they brought Chris Jones back, one of the best defensive tackles in football. Don't tell me that these teams don't have money. Don't tell me that shit. They can find ways to make money. Okay? Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, Elway, it's just too bad. It's just too bad.
Jamal Charles was the guy that they brought in. I knew that was going to be a mistake, bringing in Jamal Charles. They're kissing Kansas City's ass, bringing in Donald Stevenson and Jamal Charles. Wow, those guys are going to be difference makers. Jamal Charles is past his prime. He's a fumbling machine. He's your Willis McGahee, an old Willis McGahee. God.
Did they bring him in?
Jamal Charles, yeah. During the Vance Joseph era. Yes, Mr. Elway. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, Mr. We'll get him, Mr. Elway. Yes.
Yeah. Bringing Adam Pac-Man Jones. Bring him in. Yeah, he's going to transform this secondary.
Yes, Mr. Elway. Yes, Mr. He's a name. These are names. And again, this is just like it's like everybody that lives inside this bubble. They talk names. They echo. The names are always echoed. And unfortunately, Elway's as bad as these feel-gooders.
No, he's worse.
He can't do it. He can't figure it out. So we'll see. We'll see if, we're going to see with Kareem Jackson. Do they let him go? What's the deal with Kareem? What's the deal with his contract if they let him go?
You can save $10 million and you only have like a $3 million cap hit.
Oh yeah, then yeah. Okay, then
please get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
Yes. Okay. So we gave you some safeties. If you keep Justin Simmons, if you just feel you have to do that, you could at least there's somebody out there you could get. But now you're going to be back up there again.
If you're fine with Justin Simmons, okay, but bring in somebody next to him that is a lot better at his position than Kareem Jackson. I would like to get rid of both of them.
That way you're because you're not stuck back in that high salary bracket. You
keep these two, Simmons, and you pay Simmons what he wants, and then you keep Jackson, you're gonna have the highest safety duo in the National Football League. Oh, outside in. That's how you build an NFL team.
Well, yeah. That 5-11 front seven for the Denver Broncos is
they made so much noise this year.
So, but this is why George Paton is talking inside out though, because it's not getting it done, and he knows it.
Yeah, he's not stupid.
Who else knows it? Didn't the guy that we have as a coach, didn't he get a guy named Khalil Mack? If it was all about the outside, why did they did everything to bring in did Fangio bring in Khalil Mack?
Because he was the missing piece. And the reason I say that is because Eddie Goldman, he was the missing because they had Eddie Goldman, Akeem Hicks, Leonard Floyd, Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan, and they brought in Khalil Mack. Look how good. You know that they had two guys in the secondary named Prince Amukamura and Kendall Fuller. Yeah, those guys are top at their positions. They're average, but they made those guys better.
Yeah,
Buster Screen.
Get out of
here.
The top tier defensive lineman is always the missing piece, always. And that's what the Rourkes and the rest of the knotheads, Kevin, they can't figure it out.
Crackhead. Yep, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's the Kool-Aid drinker, the crackhead. It's all the above. The bad fan. Oh, they had Eddie Jackson. Guess who transformed Eddie Jackson though? That front seven. So get your head out of your ass and start looking at the film.
Yes, once they put that was together. Yes, that's when. Yes.
Look what happened when Fangio left the Bears. Look what happened. That defense. Yeah, okay. Okay. After the 1 year, they were a good defense because they still had those players. But once those players started to leave, that defense went to shit. So, it's all Fangio's fault. His time management sucks. I love Fangio. I think he's a damn good defense coordinator. But what is he working with? He's working with chicken shit.
Yeah. Well, we got a problem, though, too, with the offensive coordinator is a huge problem.
I don't mention him because he should have been gone. Rich Scangarillo should still be here.
Well, this is the thing I've got to say, and I brought this up in my post. I said, giving up, it's like why do we have to bring in a veteran? Do we have to make the rest of the team feel good, or are we saying that we really can't develop young quarterbacks? We can't develop them. We've admitted it. We just can't develop them on our own. We have Shula. I don't know who that other guy is. We got to develop Locke, but we're just going to give up on everything. right? So we're admitting that as an organization, we cannot be patient and develop a quarterback.
Can I
like
ask you
everybody else.
this?
What's that?
Can I ask you this real quick?
Yeah.
When it comes to Drew Lock, I was one of those guys that wanted him because if you developed him correctly, he could be a really good quarterback in this league. I still believe that. Oh no, you're just a Drew Lock lover. No, I still believe in this kid. I think that he has the mindset and the ability to play in this league. The problem is he's in a shit show. And by the way, you think that you guys have given up on Lock? What George Paton said? He said that this guy's there 4 days a week working out, getting stronger because he has to, because in front of that offensive line. And he's watching film. He stayed in Denver to get better. If that doesn't show you that this guy's committed, I don't know what does.
That's very rare. Believe it or not, that's very rare. Oh, I wish we could get that from Judy. And I'm going to tell you something. I want to say something.
Ball throw hard.
Yeah. I want to say something about that. This is really John Elway, what he should have done. This is where he should come in. When that was all going on, he should have called Judy up in his office. And he told him, sit down. I need to tell you something. He said, I'm not, and I would call him in when nobody knows he's even there. I don't know what to tell him. I said, nobody knows you're up here. This is between me and you. If you want to tweet this, that's your business. But this is just between me and you, man to man. I'd say, Judy, what you need to do is you need to stop those tweets because I'm going to get you out of here as fast as I can if you do that. Between me and you got to go get your head out of your ass. Okay? I don't want to hear somebody throwing the ball too hard. I need you out there. I need you humbling yourself. I need you to work harder out there. I would tell him, I said, Judy, I'm not saying this because I'm mad at you. I'm saying this to make you better. I said, you've got to get your head out of your ass. You've got to humble yourself. You've got to work harder and stop making excuses because there's guys like the name of Jerry Rice who you can't hold his jockstrap.
Rod Smith,
who you can't hold his jockstrap. These guys were working day in and day out before the buildings open, after the buildings shut down. I don't want to hear this give up attitude. I want to hear you tweeting. I don't want to hear you complaining. And you have a phobia right now. You're worried about dropping the ball. That's your problem. The solution is you take your head out of your ass, okay? You humble yourself and you work harder. And that's what Drew Lock is doing.
Oh, yeah. All these people talking shit about Drew Lock and saying that he's trash. Well, I have news for you.
90% of them wanted, and I opened up with this, 90% of these people wanted Drew Lock. 90% of them did. 90% of them did. Well, you haven't given up on him.
No.
And these are the same people, out of all the people that wanted Drew Lock, 90% of those people are now ready for anything else. Because, and I said that they would do that because they are a cancer to the team. They are a cancer to the team.
Could you imagine if Jerry Jeudy was playing in the 90s and he was saying this shit and he was playing with Elway who threw the ball twice as hard as Lock? He would have been killed.
That's what I'm saying. It's John Elway's responsibility to bring him up and say, you got to knock your shit off or I'm getting you out of here.
No, because I would have called him that.
I don't say I'm not doing this because I'm mad at you. I'm saying this because you could be a great player, but you're your own worst enemy. Right?
Yeah. We passed up on Tristan Wirfs for your ass. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, John Elway. We passed up on Tristan Wirfs and got Jerry Jeudy. Thanks. A guy that I wanted Tristan Wirfs, but nobody listened.
No. It's another, it's ahoy. Oh,
yeah.
We're dead ahead.
Yeah. Receivers, vertical. Yeah, we're going to do the Raiders. Vertical. We're the Raiders.
Yeah.
We're the Raiders.
Yeah, of the 90s.
Of the 90s. And early 2000s.
God. Anyway, yeah. All right. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm going to continue to send you film. So.
Yeah, I'll post that other film too that you sent me too, and if I need a soundtrack, I'll ask for it.
Get ready for that clickbait.
Yeah. Okay. Take care, man. We'll click that bait. Okay.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
All right.
Take the clickers. All right. Take care.
All right. Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.